takes a lot for someone to say, hey, I'm leaving everything I have here forever to go to another country. Like, why do millions of people put their lives in danger just to get here? It's a huge risk with many consequences, yet people still come. How bad does a person's life have to be where they have the mindset of, if I die because I came to the United States, then so be it. I'll do anything it takes to reach this so-called land of the free and home of the brave.
So why did you come here to the United States?
To progress economically. I came to work so that I could move forward.
Economically? Well, how's the economy in Mexico?
It's difficult.
Difficult? How?
There's a lot of delinquency.
So how old were you when you came?
21 years old.
And when you came here, what did you do for work?
I began picking in the fields.
And how long did you pick in the fields for?
8 years.
And after you picked for 8 years, what did you do for work?
I rented a place to sell.
And at the time of picking, how was your life economically?
It was good. It was good. Getting minimum wage.
But the minimum wage here is better than life in Mexico?
Yeah. It's better to win minimum wage here than to live in Mexico. Over there, you don't get a lot of money. This is the Plant City Independent Farmers Market, where my uncle has been recently working tireless years at for a living. Here, you can come and rent some space to start your own market business. It's not easy labor and the best paying job, yet a blessing to those in need for money.
How is the labor here?
Here, it's a bit heavy, hard.
But you prefer doing this over how your life was in Mexico?
Yes.
By a little or a lot?
By a lot.
So, it doesn't matter that the work here is very heavy. You choose this over staying in Mexico?
Mm-hmm. You have the same opportunities as everyone else, and if you fight and work hard, you can leave poverty and go to riches.
So, you believe that the American dream does exist?
Yes, it exists.
Why do you think that?
By working hard. If you don't work hard, you're never going to overcome.
So it does exist in this country. We have the opportunity.
There's opportunities. You can go from rags to riches working hard. I came here in the year 90, and we came because the situation in Mexico is, it's very bad economically.
What did you have when you came here, starting your new life?
To start my life, I didn't have money, nothing. I didn't have anything. And my first paychecks, they were to save up. The picking tomatoes looks easy, but it's hard because it has a lot of chemicals. Put a lot of chemicals for the plagues. We would work from
from 7 a.m. to sometimes 7 in the night, because other than pricking, we would have to take it to a warehouse to unload the tomato boxes and then come back. Sometimes we slept 5 hours, sometimes 6 hours, because we had a drive from Imokale. It's a small city, to Homester, which is an hour and a half of time. Go in the morning and leave at night. It was difficult. The picking tomato, cucumber. I picked jalapenos, yellow squash, zucchini, a lot of vegetables, and everything is hard because you have to be all the way down, and your waist and your back, it always hurt at the end of the day. Everything down low, all time picking up. Sometimes it would rain, and we would still have to pick because we would have to complete the order that our owners told us. And sometimes our cold body with the water, it would rain and we would get sick because the temperature very hot, and then we got wet, and then that's how we would have to be all day until we would dry up. If it rained in the morning, we would be like that all evening until we got home. Sometimes I know someone that got sick. He got asthma because he got sick with the chemicals of the tomatoes. As today, he's still sick over 20 years. Wet or not wet, if it rained, if it didn't, we would still have to pick. The sun over 100 degrees, that's the heat that's terrible. I've seen a lot of people that would pass out in front of me. They were walking with their bucket and they would just fall like if they were dead, and they were passed out because of the heat. Sometimes the water would be bad because we now know that it wasn't good because it wasn't purified.
So how is the economy bad compared to the one in the United States?
The economy in Mexico over there, the salaries are low and the products are expensive, and that's why people work a lot and their money doesn't last. There's a little bit of money, it goes in a little bit of stuff. That's why people like me, we come to work here, because here with a little bit of money it's more. The poverty in Mexico is not the same as here. Over here there's a lot of help. The government will help you in many ways. Here almost everyone can say that they're not dying like they are in Mexico. Over there there's kids that don't have shoes nor clothes, because their father is working but to eat, not to get dressed. So maintaining the food in the table is the most important thing. That's why when we see those images, they're always bad dressed. Their houses, they're different. You only see the little house. They don't have form. They don't look nice. They're not luxurious. They only have roof for the water, to sleep and to work. And here, it's very different with poorness. Here, people that are poor, for more poor they are, they at least have a good roof. The labor here, it's heavy. The work is heavy. But to see the situation economically in Mexico, well, for one, it's better work here, because the heavy work, it makes it easier to think about Mexico's economy. Some always puts more energy, but when you see the necessity that they need in our place, sometimes it don't seem heavy, because you're thinking, I need this, I need for my parents, you need to build my house, you need for my own family. That's our necessity, that we came to work to overcome, not thinking in the hard. Compared to Mexico, the work is hard too, but the problem is their economy. Over here, the work is heavy, but one is happy because as heavy as the work is, they know that they have a good salary.
So it's better to be poor in the United States than it is to live in Mexico?
I've seen a lot of people in poverty here in the United States, but in Mexico, you're poor. You don't have to eat. You don't. There's no help. There's no. There's no someone that can sinners that can help you. Like for example, you go to there's a place that gives you churches that they give you food. Not only churches, there's places that you make a line and they give you food that's already prepared, or food that take home so you can make at home. The poverty in Mexico, no. Over there, you live, and sometimes you don't have light. There's no water. If there's no water, you have to go get it. Here, no, water is everywhere. There's very different. Here, the poverty, there's a lot of people that can help you. In Mexico, they can help you, but sometimes the people aren't there to help you. Here, if you ask, they give you, but in Mexico, no, because the people are also poor. So sometimes they don't give you because they're also in need.
So you think that the American dream is real? It exists in the United States?
Yes, it exists because I have seen many people that I've been here for many years. I've seen people that they've came with nothing, that they learned how to take advantage of their job, that they got good jobs, and that they learned how to minister their money right. And they've always had dreams, and some of them they've completed it. I've known a lot that some of that what they've done are based on their job. It has took them a lot, but they've done it, and now they are overcame. It's a little bit. It's not many, but because there's people that they don't focus on that. They don't focus on that. They think that they start working, and a lot of people they don't minister their money. But the people that do minister their money right, they can have their own American dream. I know a lot of people that overcame. I do believe I believe that the American dream it does exist. It exists and it can happen in this country for the same reason that's why we're here, because we're not here just to visit. We want to have a goal. We want to overcome, and it can happen. Yeah, it can happen. It has been seen.
Sometimes it's better to risk your own life doing something that can help you move forward economically than to stay at a place that is already a risk by just being there. It's not easy to start a new life with nothing, but that nothing is what motivates people to do it. To many people, the United States is a country that offers a lot to people trying to make a living, and that's the biggest reason people sacrifice everything they have for a better life economically.